What's going on, guys? Today we're playing Overwatch. As the world knows, the beta is from May 5th to May 9th, and unfortunately if you're watching this on May 10th, I'm so sorry, you're missing out on a fantastic game. For those of you that have asked in my past couple of videos if I'm playing Overwatch, the answer is a big yes. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. In fact, I've been trying to get in at least a couple of games every day because it is just so fun. And for those of you that are here for the Overwatch lore, don't worry, I'm just getting into it. This is the first Overwatch video I've ever done, so I'm just going to go on and say that I really like it, I am going to buy it, I am going to play it, I am going to do videos on it, or at least videos like this without the intro, without me talking about how much Overwatch is a great game. Overwatch is one of the few games that I can actually play by myself. I can say about half the time I play by myself out of all my game time, which sounds really lonely, but don't worry, I've been having a great time. But the main point of this video is to talk about Overwatch lore. This channel is very centered around lore in video games, so it was bound to happen. And Overwatch has very interesting lore. Every single character is unique in their own special way, whether it's the abilities they use, the stories behind how they became the way they are, and that's kind of what we're going to cover today. Usually I would probably do a video per person, but today we're doing a pair, and these two are brothers. If you haven't played Overwatch, you might never guess that they were brothers. If you do play Overwatch, you may be able to piece together. There are a lot of indications pointing to them being brothers, and hopefully you did figure it out, because it's kind of obvious unless you don't play as them. These are the Shimada brothers, Genji and Hanzo. Now, if you don't play Overwatch, looking at it, you might be saying, Genji's a cyborg and Hanzo's a human. How are they brothers? Can you tell me that? But first, let me tell you about the Shimada clan. The Shimada ninja clan isn't the best clan ever. In fact, they were criminal-like. They did delve into criminal activity, and they were assassins. And they grew this empire because they were a couple of centuries old, so they had a lot of build-up to the point where they are now. And where they are now is not the best place. Now, the way this was going, this led to a divide between Genji and Hanzo. Hanzo, being the older brother, would inherit the family legacy to continue on doing whatever the hell the Shimada clan was. Assassinating people, doing dirty work, that kind of thing. Genji, being the younger brother, knew he wasn't going to have this stuff unless Hanzo died, so I guess if that happened, that would have been very bad for Genji. But Genji was off doing his own thing, and his own thing was partying. He did not care for the Shimada clan. He did not care for his family. He may have cared for the family, he just didn't care for what the family did. He wanted to do what he wanted to do, and that's what it was. So when the clan leader, Hanzo and Genji's dad, died, Hanzo inherited the entire empire. Being brought up to know that he would inherit this, he was going to continue on doing the family's name. So he wanted the support of his younger brother. Maybe they could have an empire ruled by two brothers. That would be nice. But Genji still did not show interest at all. Did not care whatsoever. This escalated really quickly. Hanzo really wanted Genji to join him, but Genji was just not having it. So, as most people jump to conclusions, they usually just fight. I guess that's how they solve things in the ninja clan. They immediately started to fight. Now, Hanzo was a master in everything. He was a child prodigy, brought up to be a bowman, an assassin. He was very good at everything. Swordplay, martial arts, just the perfect son to have if you were a ninja clan leader. But Genji wasn't bad himself, don't worry, he wasn't bad. But he wasn't as good as Hanzo, and Hanzo left him so close to death. Now, I say so close because Hanzo left him so close to death that he thought he was dead. And that's what he believed for many years. He believed that he killed his little brother Genji for the clan, but this killed him inside. He killed his little brother just because Genji didn't want to join the clan. So Hanzo essentially just said, screw it, that's not what I want to do, that's not what I want to be. If this is what the Shimada clan is, I don't want to be a part of it. So Hanzo left. But that's with Hanzo thinking that Genji was dead, where in fact Genji wasn't actually dead. Genji was rescued by Overwatch, and was helped out by Dr. Angela Ziegler, also known as Mercy. They saw Genji as a potential asset, so they thought that they could use Genji to somehow take down the Shimada clan. Overwatch being the good guys, helping the world make it a better place, spreading peace among the lands. Shimada clan was very against that. They were assassinating people. So Overwatch had to put a stop to this, and next thing you know, they have the younger brother of the former, or probably during that time, the leader of the clan. So Overwatch offered to rebuild his body in exchange for his help. They put him through a process called cyberization, creating a cyborg out of him. It enhanced his natural speed and agility. It made him very good at ninja skills. It continued to elevate him higher in that field. And he was pretty much just transformed into a living weapon. And so Genji set out and had the task of dismantling his family's criminal empire. But as time passed, it just kind of ate away at him on the inside. He felt increasingly at war with himself. He was now a cyborg. He's not really him anymore. That kind of takes a toll on your mentality. He hated the way he was. He was repulsed by his parts, his cyborg, not real arm, not real body, not real anything. He was a complete cyborg. Was he even Genji anymore? What was the point of living, I guess? That's what he was thinking all the time. When he did finally complete his mission on taking down the Shimada Empire, he just left Overwatch to wander the world searching for his meaning. He drifted for many years, and then one day he crossed paths with an Omnic monk named Zenyatta. He is the other cyborg that you can play as. His initial impressions of Zenyatta were not very great. He didn't really care for what Zenyatta had to say. And as you can tell by Zenyatta's portrait, if you haven't played as him or played the game, he's very religious and very peaceful, very at peace with himself and at the land and at everything. And although Genji rejected him, Zenyatta knew that he had to do something about it. He wasn't going to let another cyborg like his own wander around the world meaningless. So Zenyatta became his mentor, and Genji reconciled his dual existence between both man and machine. He learned to be at peace with himself, accepting that he is on the outside a cyborg, but he still has his human soul. He still is Genji on the inside, and he takes it as a gift. Overwatch gave him a gift. He is now unique. He has super strength, speed, ninja abilities he was never able to achieve, and probably even rivals his older brother Hanzo. In Overwatch, the game picks up as soon as, if you've seen the opening, where Winston calls all the Overwatch to join together. So he's pretty much saying that although Genji left, and although Hanzo was actually never really a part of Overwatch, where we are now in Overwatch, as soon as the game comes out, that is when Overwatch is being called back. So Hanzo is traveling the world, and Zenyatta is mentoring Genji. What happens when the two meet? I don't know, but it's going to make for a very compelling story. Probably very shocking and very mixed emotions. Hanzo might be relieved that he's still alive, happy, or maybe the opposite. And for Genji, he'll be facing his older brother that killed him, technically. He killed his outside. He's no longer Genji, or looks like Genji, although Genji does believe that he's still himself. He still has his soul in him, but he's just a cyborg. And whatever happens, I hope Blizzard makes a cinematic out of it, because in this game, they make cinematics out of the lore. So thank you, Blizzard. Hopefully you get to this one, because this would be an extremely interesting confrontation between the two. But anyways, that's been it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will definitely do some more Overwatch, because 1, I love to play the game, and 2, the lore is very extensive. So hopefully see you in the next one. Later, guys.